Hello everybody, I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV. Today we're going to take a look at the Lance Enduro. This trailer is their first attempt at an off-road trailer, and it's going to start production probably April, May of 2023. So this is a prototype. It's got lots of cool things on it, and you're going to want to stay to see them all. It's 19 feet long, 3,400 pounds dry weight, the way we have it equipped here. Since this trailer is a prototype, it's been across the country, both on the highway and off-road. So you'll see some wear and tear as we go through it. And again, just like all trailers, especially on a prototype, features and options can change just a bit. So if you take a look at the Enduro, be sure to ask about all the details that are important to you. Now, we're going to start inside like we usually do, so let's head that direction. Stepping inside, it's easy to see that the Enduro is just a combination of function and comfort. Let's start right here with the sleeping area. Now in the back is the X-Ped mattress. If you're not familiar with that, it is an inflatable mattress, but it's known for being lightweight, thin, and really comfortable. The mattress itself is 41 inches wide and 72 inches long. If you needed to add more width, you could add the 36 inches in the dinette, and again, that is quite a bit. That's 77 inches. You could sleep in either direction at that point. The dinette is very easy to fold up. Let me show you. Simply move the cushions to the back of the dinette seating here on both sides, and then remove the tabletop. I like to just lean it up on the side, and then all you need to do is to slide in the Lagoon table base and drop the tabletop back on top. Then you have this marvelous Lagoon table that is going to move around to whatever position you need when you're working with this dinette. The interior of this area of the trailer, it's pretty simple. I really do like the graphics that are on the front, the LED strip lights, and of course reading lights on the front. Storage compartments right above me. The mesh here, it is actually a metal piece. So it's great if you need to attach it, hold things in with bungee cords, or maybe attach something on the outside, just like this piece right here. Great for hanging whatever you need, or a little more storage. The seating is so comfortable. I know we talked about how great this mattress is, but I wouldn't mind a bit sleeping on these cushions because they are very comfy. Now, across from me, underneath the seating, is not storage. That is where a lot of the gear is. Because this trailer has a 1500 watt inverter, it also has an option for 2 lithium batteries. One is standard, the second is optional. This side, however, has storage, and they have opened up the entire front of the bench here so that you can simply reach in, store whatever you need in that space. Now to the left of me, you'll see that there is not only USBs, the 12-volt plug, but the 110 plug, and they put the same thing on the other side. Very easy to access from either side, no cords stretching across. The windows on both sides are the dual pane acrylic windows. Now they open all the way. Just open these handles, and you push them out, and then you'll tighten it down at whatever opening area you want it to be at. Pretty easy to do. I know it's kind of an awkward angle when I'm reaching over my head, but then you just loosen these. It's going to come right down. And when you close it, there is a slot on the base of this window where you can put the tab in that slot, and that's going to give you the slightest amount of air that can pass through between the window and the seal. That's great if you want the window locked closed, but you'd like just a small amount of ventilation. What you don't want to do is go down the road that way because that wind will catch underneath that window and damage it. So be sure before you travel that that tab is all the way in front. and your window is completely closed. The important part about the dual pane acrylic windows, they are much more efficient at keeping the cool or the heat inside. Just like the insulation on the outside of this trailer, it is 4-season, so the windows are where most of your heat loss will be if you don't have a nice dual pane window. That's really important. You do have heated holding tanks on this as well, so it really is a 4-season off-road trailer. Let's keep moving to the back. Before we move on, I want to remind you, if you don't know already, there is a blackout shade that pulls up from the bottom, and of course, on these windows, a screen that pulls down from the top. So you have all the coverage that you need on every window. Up above me is the Dometic RTX 2000. That's a 12-volt air conditioner. It's a little scary running only on 12 volt, but this is so efficient, and it only uses 9.5 amps when you're running it on eco mode. It can go up to 12 hours. Amazing. All right, moving on. The bathroom. It is a full wet bath with a cassette toilet. Strip lighting across the top, and of course the handheld shower head that is adjustable up and down. And it has something a little different. I'm going to step inside and show you. So in the back is another compartment. Now this is a composite panel, and it is a marine grade. So these come down and turn. And when you open this up, this is a huge compartment here. So you could keep toiletries, you could keep towels, all kinds of things in here. And it does seal when it's closed, so it won't get wet when you're showering. Great place to keep towels. Twist that up, fold it right back, and it is out of the way. There's also a handy shampoo, conditioner, body wash on the wall, so you don't need to have any hangers to keep things in here. I'll show you how the cassette works once we get outside. There is a small vent at the top here in the corner with a small power fan to vent the steam. The controls are just outside the bathroom on the left here, starting with the furnace controls at the top. Underneath that, the solar controller, because this unit comes standard with a 190-watt solar panel, and there's an option to add a second 190-watt solar as well. So this particular unit has both of them. So that is controlled right here on this piece, and below that, it is a Go Power control to show you how much battery power you have and how much you're using. Very useful if you're going off the grid. Below that is the monitor panel. Now that's going to show you how much water you have in your fresh and your gray tank. Remember, this is a cassette toilet, so you don't have a true black tank. Your cassette is going to hold about 5 gallons, and I'll show you that on the outside. But the gray is 26 and the fresh is 40. So you've got quite a bit of fresh water to carry here. Down below that, of course, the switches for the interior lights and the bathroom light, and then the button underneath to turn on and off the inverter. Right behind me is another big open space for storage. Now, all this storage, it's pretty open, but it's available because if you're traveling off-road or in a small unit like this, people use storage so differently. This large space, you could even put duffel bags or clothing or gear up there, depending on what your adventure looks like. The TV underneath, it's just a piece of luxury. It is 12 volt, of course, and it can swivel to be inside or to face outside. So it can go either way, and when you're not using it, clips right up against the wall. You'll notice behind it, it also has additional 12 volt plugs, the USBs, and then the 110 household plugs as well. Below that is the Truma Dual Zone cooler. Right now, it's facing outside because you do have access to this outside kitchen. It's open air here, but you could just as easily turn it around and open it from the inside if you like that better. It does have a space for a freezer and refrigerator that's going to give you lots of options to carry different types of food. Okay, we're going to head outside because not only are we going to have a great outdoor kitchen there, but lots more to see on the outside of this trailer. So don't go anywhere. Stepping outside, there's lots to talk about right here at the door. You'll notice on the inside of the entrance door, this is a Euro door, so it's got the built-in pockets and the window, which is always nice to see what's happening. And they have the blackout shade just built right into it. You notice there isn't a screen door here because that as well is built into the frame. And the nice wide step coming out and this great handle. You know, if you're on rough terrain, holding on, going up and down, it's really nice to have. Very simple to push this up and slide this handle back into place. Clips in and it's out of your way. The stairs, of course, are adjustable on the bottom for uneven terrain as well. That makes this whole entrance just really comfortable. We're going to take a look at the kitchen behind us. The Truma that I told you about, the dual zone. Again, with the freezer on the left, it does have refrigerator space on the right. Now you'll notice that me being 5 foot tall, there's not a lot of kitchens that really work for me on these tall units that are off-grid. But the sink is a little taller. Let me show you a little trick. The stove is a perfect height for me. It's in this drawer right here, comes out, 2 burners, gas stove, and really very easy for me to work with. To the right, storage underneath the sink. You do have the plumbing in the middle, but every inch is nice for storage right there. Let's get that closed up. A drawer on top. It's only about 2 inches deep, but that's all you need for silverware, maybe some utensils. You do have this beautiful bamboo countertop here. There is plenty of space to put things not only on the counter, but to mount whatever works for you on this backsplash. Galley lights, one for one side, one for the other. Of course, the plug-ins here with the USBs and the 110. This piece right there, that is simply a magnet in case you wanted to hang some utensils there. Down below, there is a utility hitch. Of course, that's going to be great for a cargo tray, carrying some extra gear, maybe an additional bike rack. We'll see the ones on the front here in just a minute. More storage up at the top. Of course, that's going to be really difficult for me to work with without a nice step stool. But for a lot of folks, that's going to be the gear that you're going to need every now and then. And you can always get down what you need. On the door, they have a very efficient cook space. So let's open this up. Now, if you have your own stove you want to work with, great spot to put it right here. And on this side, you've got a tray that pulls out for even more workspace. You notice there is a bit of wear and tear. As I said, this unit has already had a lot of camping experience. So let's see if we can put this back. I'll show you how it works. This goes right up here. Now, once you fold up the tray there, then you can just pull down the back of this. Clip it in. Lift up the bar here. And this entire piece is going to swivel in. Oops. Has several places to stop. I thought I had it. And it will go all the way in to clip into place with the latch right here at the bottom. Now you're ready to travel. Pretty simple to fold up. The running boards on the side, they do have a non-slip material on the top because they are great for standing on if for any reason you need to access the top of the trailer. Now that we've made it around to the cassette toilet, let me show you how easy it is. This piece swivels out. Now you want to add some water here because that is around the top of the toilet and that's your freshwater reservoir for flushing. You can tell how much water you have left for flushing by looking at this tube right here. To empty the tank, simply lift up the lever, slide this out, and you'll notice this cassette has wheels on it. Just pull the handle out and you can roll it just like a small suitcase to wherever you want to dump it. You could dump it in a porta potty, at a dump station, or even inside a bathhouse, any toilet anywhere. Dump it just like you would a mop bucket. Very simple to do. Swivel this out, and there's handles on both sides. Push the button to add a little air so it empties smoothly, and then put the cap back on. There's no cap on it now, but there would be if you were using it. And swivel that back down. It's a little stiff. And then, of course, wheel it back to wherever you want to go. The handle nicely tucks in here, and it opens up as it slides in, so there's no need to do anything to make it operable. You're ready to go again. Very simple to use. I'm really a fan of the cassette toilet because it just makes camping super simple. All right, moving on. This is going to be a vent for the furnace, and this is where you would fill that 40-gallon fresh water tank. Underneath the bed area is a large storage area. You have an access door on both sides of the trailer. I love the baggage locks that make it slam shut real easy and a magnetic catch so it's out of the way. This Nautilus panel here helps to control the water flow. So you'll notice there's pictures on the top, and it's going to tell you how to adjust the levers if you want it to be a city water fill, or if you want it to actually fill the tank, or if you would like it to be a shower at the top. You can attach a nozzle and have a spray port outside. You do have a switch here also for the water pump. So a lot of choices here. It's very self-explanatory with the pictures on the front. It makes your water system really easy to operate. Now coming forward, there is a gas connection right here. If you needed to connect maybe a different grill or an outside fireplace or anything like that, you do have that gas port right here. The front of this trailer has great storage compartments built in. You've got one on this side. Now this one is locked, but I'll show it to you on the other side. They're identical. And the Rotopacks on the side. This is a water container here. It is a 2-gallon pack. Up at the top, this is a rim on the top piece, so you could use that for firewood, extra gear. There is weep holes on the front, so water is not going to be trapped up there. You do have a bicycle tray right here on the front. Now, one of the things they did design is so that you could take these side panels off and add an additional bike rack up there if you wanted to carry extra bikes. You know, they want a trailer that's going to be able to do whatever adventure you're planning. You could even put firewood, bicycles, or extra gear up there, so lots of choices here. Propane storage is right on the front of the trailer, so it's easily accessible. The plug-in right here on the front, and below is the port for an additional solar panel. If for any reason, maybe the solar that's on this system is not enough, or maybe you're in the shade, you can have portable solar panels plugged in right here in the front, put them out there in the sun. The tongue is set up so that you can pull with a 2-inch ball like a standard trailer, or you could put an articulating hitch on here that's going to give you a lot more turning radius for those off-the-road adventures. Now coming right around here, you can see the other end of this storage, and of course a gas container here. If you wanted to carry extra gas, extra water, of course all of that is optional on what you put on the side. In here, that large storage container that they have set up. You'll notice on the inside of the door, they have this nice red MOLLE panel. Now this is designed so that all of your extra gear can be attached right here. Take a look up at the top, and you'll see the two 190-watt solar panels. There's a heavy-duty roof rack on the top. If you wanted to add a rooftop tent, that fits directly on top. So you could always have more people sleeping up on the top of the trailer. Very sturdy, very strong, not a problem at all. This is simply the other side of that pass-through storage. Again, nice steel running boards, the large off-road tires, and independent suspension. This Enduro is ready to take you on your next adventure. I have had so much fun showing this to you. Thanks for joining me. I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV. Let us know what questions you have, and I will see you next time.